Hey guys, Spider here, and I gotta tell you, I'm sitting here this morning having my coffee and just going over all this information and the release, the reveal of Unreal Engine 4 from last night. This is insane. This is from Epic Games. They released two tech demos. I'll link you to whatever I have here. I saw the one is the trailer of this freaking monster coming to life via the lava in this freaking castle as things were crumbling down around him, and it was pretty insane. And then one of the developers took us through on a separate video and showed us a bunch of elements from the actual engine itself and the design. I mean, this thing runs in real time in the design engine. I mean, you could just jump in and out. I gotta tell you, like, I do have a programming background, not games, but I can fully appreciate the environment that you build these games within. I mean, I've built websites and web applications and desktop applications, and it's important to have an environment. You know, I use Visual Studio to do this stuff, and that's the development environment that I use, and it's just so important as a developer, and especially for games, to have an engine and to have a design platform that makes your life easier, because you're not stuck programming the finite details that are going to take you. It's going to take you months and months. I mean, it's inherently built into the engine, and each iteration of the engine gets better and better. And I got to tell you, I'm very, very impressed with this Unreal Engine 4, and this kind of stuff is definitely the future of gaming. I mean, and this is meant for next gen. I mean, next gen, let's call it, gaming. So on PS4, Xbox 720, but this stuff right now can be done on PC. You can be building these games. I mean, obviously they just come out with it, but I mean, you've got companies clamoring over them to get their hands on Unreal Engine 4. I can tell you the games that are going to come out of this. I mean, we have a discussion, and there was information and interview done with Mark Lamia with Treyarch, saying how they're using technology in an engine from 2000 pre 2005 to build a game that's going to be coming out at the end of 2012 called Black Ops 2. And again, their focus, the argument is, hey, we're using the same engine, but we're rebuilding parts of it, and a big focus is on lighting. And I'm going to link you to a really, really good article from Now Gamer. This article is freaking fantastic. This guy, Dave Cook, he's the author of the article. He actually breaks down this Unreal Engine 4, the tech demo and the graphics, and does a very, very good analysis of how this is going to impact gaming in the future. Gameplay versus graphics, what it means for next-gen gaming. And the games that are using Unreal Engine 3, I mean, you've got Batman, Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, Borderlands 1 and 2. 2 hasn't been released yet. Dust 514, Bioshock Infinite, Gears of War. All the Gears of War games were built on Unreal Engine. Obviously, Epic Games. Lollipop Chainsaw, which comes out next week over in NGT Games or NGT Zombies. Make sure you go check that out. Mass Effects, all the Mass Effect games. Star Wars 1313, which, if you saw some of the gameplay from E3, looks absolutely fantastic, and that's all running on Unreal Engine 3. Well, imagine these guys developing these games on Unreal Engine 4 and not having to deal with a lot of the nitty-gritty stuff like lighting. I mean, the lighting is just fantastic in this game. Again, going back to Black Ops 2, we're spending a lot of time on lighting. They're probably spending months and months and months of man-hours on lighting that Unreal Engine 4 takes care of automatically for you. Imagine now they take those man hours, those months and months and months of man hours, they're not putting that time towards the lighting, they're adding gameplay. I mean, it just means more for us as gamers. And not everybody's going to use, I mean, obviously games use their own game engines. I mean, Crysis used the CryEngine, Battlefield 3 using Frostbite 2.0. So there are a lot of other game engines out here, but just looking at this, UE4, and it just looks fantastic. I'm really excited. And it's really unfortunate too, because as a PC gamer as well, companies can be utilizing this engine immediately to develop current games. And obviously, again, the game engine just coming out. I mean, it's going to take some time, and I don't know what the portability is from Unreal Engine 3 into Unreal Engine 4, if there is portability or upgradability. But I mean, it's really unfortunate that as a PC gamer, I have to wait because no company is going to, unless they're building a PC game only, no company is going to go ahead and push forth on a PC game without releasing it for the PS4 and Xbox 720. It doesn't really make sense. But I don't know, man. I'm just waiting for this to be utilized in upcoming games, and I just keep going back to that example of all the time that they're spending on Black Ops 2 dealing with lighting, how this Unreal Engine 4 is going to sort of revolutionize that whole lighting concept and even just the development. I mean, a lot of times you're developing stuff. I mean, yeah, you have a development environment, and then you create a runtime to test out what you're doing. But I mean, looking at the video and the developer taking us through it, I mean, you're transferring in and out of real time in real time. Like, you're in the development environment, you're going to real time in game in real time, like with a click of a mouse, and then you're back out again to see how your changes are impacted. No longer developing Windows applications. People, all take, there's management systems where people take out chunks of they check them out, basically. They check out chunks of the code and they work on it and they put it back together, but then you got to compile it. And, a lot of companies are like, well, at the end of the week, we compile it and make sure everything compiles. So every week we know we have a working product or a work in progress, but it works and it's compilable and it's testable. Well, in this is like just having that development environment and being able to instantaneously go into that compiled project and run your application how it's supposed to run and test it out in almost real time. So that's pretty cool. I'm really excited about it, and I hope I know a lot of these developers are going to jump on board and start developing using this engine. And I mean, it's a freaking great time to be a gamer, and wait until the Xbox 720 and the PS4 get released. It's going to be fantastic, and the games that are going to come out are just going to be so much better. Again, a lot of time, more time being put into the gameplay versus lighting or finite details that this game engine will handle inherently. Looking forward to it. I hope you guys are too. What do you guys think? Check out the videos. Check out that article, man. Like I said, on Now Gamer, very, very good article in my opinion. Breaks it down very, very nicely. I mean, I could read the whole thing to you, but it's very exciting, and I don't know. We'll see where it goes. We'll see what happens. All right, as we continue with the visuals from Unreal Engine 4, I'm going to go over the poll that we did yesterday in one of our videos. The question was, what first-person shooter game are you looking forward to the most in 2012? The options were Counter-Strike Go, Medal of Honor Warfighter, Halo 4, and Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2, 67% of people are looking forward to that game the most. Then we had Medal of Honor Warfighter with 15%, Halo 4 with 12%, and Counter-Strike Go with 6%. Also mentioned that I would be highlighting comments from that video from people for a chance to win Humble Indie Bundle 5. So I'm going to pick out two comments here. The first was from Visionary Spoon. While Black Ops 2, Halo 4, and Counter-Strike Go are definitely going to sell a ton of copies, I feel like Medal of Honor Warfighter has the most to prove, and I would like to see the game be among the best titles of 2012. I also have high hopes for Far Cry 3, simply because it is different from all the other titles out there. So that was one comment. So, Visionary, you are in the pot to win a copy of Humble Indie Bundle 5. And the second one was from Snips Revival. I'm looking forward to Far Cry 3 for a few reasons. But by far, my main reason for wanting and to a certain extent needing this game is the character development. I've been watching many of the trailers and snippets of gameplay, and I must say that Ubisoft has done an excellent job of portraying Vaas's personality. I'm also captivated by the scenery in the game, so I was very happy when Ubisoft announced that the map would be 10 times larger than the already large map in Far Cry 2. So that's Snips Revival. You are also in the draw. This draw is going to be happening next week, so we're going to have an opportunity for you guys that are watching this video. Make a comment, video comment, whatever. And the question is going to be, what game would you most like to see upgraded into Unreal Engine 4? What game would you like to see come out of Unreal Engine 4, whether it be a new title, a new IP that's going to be released that may be using Unreal Engine 3 or maybe using some other game engine, or it could be part of an existing IP like Gears Judgment or something, which is going to be using Unreal Engine 3, obviously, and probably the next iteration will be using Unreal Engine 4. But what game would you most like to see using Unreal Engine 4, and why? So leave a comment, and then I'll pick some out for the next day and give you a shout out, and you'll be entered into the draw again to win, possibly win, Humble Indie Bundle 5, which is an absolute fantastic collection of games. They actually added more games to it. So right now, I mean, you've got Limbo, Amnesia, Dark Descent, Bastion, Super Brothers Sword and Sorcery, Psychonauts, Lone Survivor, Braid, and Super Meat Boy. I mean, that's fantastic. So, and you can get it for free just by leaving a comment on the video. So, that's it. Unreal Engine 4, baby! Yeah! I'm Spider, and I'm out.